I wasn't even worried about it back then at that young age, but I was old enough to understand, like, okay, like life is life. But I wasn't old enough to understand what what that gay thing really meant.
What's up, fam? This is Jay
and Joe, and today we have a very special guest, my nephew. So tell everybody who you are, your name, and who you are.
All right, well, I don't know about giving out my government, so I'm gonna give you this. And I'm a music artist. I'm in the industry. Got a couple businesses going. I got my own record label. So my artist name is Ponce De Lion with the Lion instead of Leon. But yeah, Ponce De Lion, and music and art. That's pretty much my thing.
All right, so we're just gonna jump right into it.
All right,
you ready?
Let's do it.
All right.
Let's do it.
So how did you find out that I was gay, and what were your thoughts?
Okay, the crazy thing is, when I found out, I was like, it had to be like around 11, 12, 13. Mama was living in the trailer park. And, not me really ear hustling at the time, like, the room in the back, right there in the middle. So what happened, you came, and
so you was 11, so I had to be like 21 then, because I'm 10 years old.
Yeah, so Mama was in the trailer park at the time. So if I got the age wrong, I know the time.
Right.
It was in the trailer park, and you came, and I think either Sean or Mama, like they sat me down and mentioned something to me about it first, and then I was just like, oh, okay, cool, whatever. And then after that, you actually came, and then like you said something to me about it, and I was just still like, okay. But the crazy part is,
I told you?
Yeah, you did tell me.
I don't even remember.
You did tell me, but the crazy thing is, like, I was too young to even understand what it really was at the time. I promise, I didn't even understand what it was. I didn't know. So my love for you was just like, hey man, that's just my uncle. So when you told me, it was just like, oh, okay, I'm too young to even understand. I don't even know what that is. My mind in another world, like, football and, trying to make it. So I wasn't even worried about it back then at that young age, but I was old enough to understand, like, okay, like life is life. But I wasn't old enough to understand what what that gay thing really meant. Even when I went to Tallahassee with you and stuff, I just still, it wasn't registering because I was a kid and then my innocence was protected. So
Gotcha.
A lot of things I wasn't even exposed to, so I didn't even understand. So by the time I got old enough to understand, my love for you had outgrown that. Because I still looked at you in the end like, man, it's my uncle. People are people, and how can other people's choices, like, I can't have an opinion on that, and it ain't affecting me.
All right.
You still my uncle, it did me no wrong, and you always looked after me, encouraged me, pushed me, and I kind of always looked up to you, so I didn't let that interfere.
That's a great way to put it. I wish that a lot of people had that outlook on that particular subject, because at the end of the day, I know people say it's a sin, but when we all die and have to answer, you're not gonna have to answer for my sin.
Exactly.
I gotta answer for my own sin. So why you even worried about it?
Exactly. Right? So to further on with that, and this is just what it is. A lot of people are insecure. They're not comfortable in their own skin. They're not comfortable with who they are. And a lot of people are raised off survival. I was raised off love first. Survival came later because where we from, you gotta survive.
Yeah.
So my childhood was protected. So in my childhood, I was able to be raised off love. There's a threshold when you come from a kid and you go into that teenage experience, and it's two different thresholds.
Yeah.
Okay, that whole kid threshold, I was protected. My innocence was protected, and that's what it was. So by the time I got into the teenager and getting a little older, like I was already comfortable with who I was and able to understand things and people. Yep. So a lot of people are insecure, and they're not comfortable with themselves, and then there's a lot of stigmas out here, like even with the homosexuality, like it's just being pushed and pulled in so many different ways. So at the end of the day, I just have an understanding of who I am and who people are, and it's out here, and then in the industry that I am in, it's everywhere. So this is what I want to say. A lot of people look at it from a lower frequency. Like they'll look at it as if like they don't understand that their favorite rappers or favorite actresses are around this, even if they're entertaining it or even if they're not. Some people may have like, hey, That's not what I do, but they still have to respect it.
Right.
People from the outside that are unprofessional, they looking at it like, oh, why my favorite rapper hanging around that or being around that? But what you don't know is that person may be something a part of the branch. You know what I'm saying? Business wise, that person may hold stock in the company. That's a good that person may have that whole stock in the company that you're signed to.
So you ain't got no choice.
So you ain't got no choice but to respect and rub shoulders with. But at the end of the day, you know who you are and what you believe in and what in direction you go. But the people from the outside are gonna always judge that based off of, and you know, like with the clickbait and the TMZ, they can catch a picture at a certain angle to make certain things look a certain way and push a narrative.
I agree.
So at the end of the day, it's just understanding who you are and be comfortable with who you are. That's it.
I like that. And I will say you've never disrespected me.
Not one time.
No. Ever in life. Like ever in life.
Not once. Not
and he's
once.
been around like I've been gay, so, and it's been known that I've been gay, and he's never disrespected me. He's never looked at me funny. He's always shown me the utmost respect. Anybody that I've been with, he's shown them respect. Like he's always shown you respect.
Always. See, you hearing it from
definitely. Yeah. since I think since the first time I met you, it was always
love, bro. Like,
yeah, it was. I never felt weird or any kind of weird vibes.
I appreciate that because that's what I push. I am who I am. I ain't gonna sugarcoat and I ain't gonna. And that's the thing, you know, like I don't sugarcoat. So if there was anything, it'll have to come out.
Yeah.
I am who I am, bro, and I accept people for who they are.
I like that.
So I have a question.
Talk to me.
I mean, I hate to say the word straight or heterosexual, but it is what it is. As a man in the music industry, have you ever? I know a lot of rappers. They when they rap, they kind of, you know, say like, you know, little slurs and little disrespectful gestures. In this industry, because you are a rapper in the industry, have you ever done that or said anything to allude that in any of your music?
No. And that's great. I'm glad you, because see, this is perfect. A lot of people have limited themselves to the type of music that they can make. Joe known for the longest. As many times I freestyle or written, you heard my music forever. Not one time have I even got on the topic.
That's true.
Because my mind is somewhere. I'm a creator. I'm focused on the art. I'm focused on pulling something from somewhere that you ain't even thinking of, or putting a picture together. Like, this is really. That's why I've been chasing it so long and even going after it. Like, it's really my art, and I'm not low frequency. Like, I'm not low frequency. Not saying that's low frequency, but it's like, even if I had to mention it or talk about it, like, I just know how to, you know, implement it. And at the end of the day, my opinion about it, what is it gonna do to anything? So at the end of the day, it's like, yeah. So I know how to channel my music. And that's the crazy thing you're making me realize it. Like, dang, my mind has never come across it even with my music. Because in my music, there's a point that I'm trying to get across, and I guess it's always like on some lyrical and like putting the story together. So yeah, I ain't got time to even talk about it because my mind is like, you know, telling a whole different story.
And I think when you want to say something?
I was just gonna say, I think that people, a lot of times when rappers, in my opinion, when artists, when they kind of venture in that direction, is because they don't really have much to say.
Exactly.
I think that if you good with your words, if you a wordsmith and you know how to put stuff together, you can think of 1,000 words to say, or you could think of 1,000 other words to call somebody.
You just said what I was trying to say. Exactly.
Other than that word, like you can call me. There's so many words in the dictionary. You can say so many other words besides that one, but because that's the only word you know,
you'll say that.
That's what you got to go to.
Or how about don't say it at all?
Or don't say nothing at all.
Channel your energy somewhere else.
That's actually what I was going to say. So you put it perfectly. That's what
perfect.
I was going to say. So.
Yeah, man. Hey, y'all just got to be comfortable who y'all is, bro.
Basically. So the next question is, so back in the day, way back in the day, my past life, I guess you want to call it, I was a club owner.
Yeah.
And you performed at that club, which was also a gay club. So it was packed because it was my birthday night, and there was full of gay people. Some straight people there too, but
Yeah.
95% probably gay.
Yeah.
So tell us about that performance and how did that go for you, especially being in like a gay club.
I mean, for the most part, at the end of the day, comfortable who I am, you know, comfortable with everything. Like, I was even in a relationship at that time.
Yeah.
The girl I was with at the time, she even wanted to come, but couldn't make it. So I just looked at the end of the day, it was more so just for you. And then I was using it as like, hey, this is still kind of like practice in some kind of way.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I didn't know the crowd was gonna be so big and so
There was a lot of people
tuned in, like they was tuned in. So it kind of made me like raise my level of performance. I was like, I was using it as a little practice, like, you know, and then, you know, putting on for show out. But then it was like wall to wall, everybody looking, and that pressure got on. So I'm like, all right, you know.
and no camera phones.
No cameras at the time, no social media really. So, you know, I was young.
Yeah.
I was young. But I did it for and you know, my auntie Shawn was there. She came, so you know, we was just chilling most of the night, you know, back and forth, you know, DJing for you and everything. So that whole night was an experience. But the performance part, it was an experience because I didn't know everybody was gonna tune in like that. I thought everybody was gonna be, you know, over here doing that. But no, they really stopped and they were like, oh. So I was like, all right, I had to go in.
Yeah, for me, and I think I told you this before, I don't know if you remember, but I had got like emotional that night because I was standing like by the bar,
Yeah.
and I was just like looking straight. So I saw all the people, and I saw you.
Yeah,
on
you
stage.
did tell me that. Yeah.
And I had started like tearing up because I was just so happy for you.
Mm-hmm.
Because I could see in your eyes and see how you was looking that you was like enjoying it.
Yeah.
And I was happy that you was able to have that experience. And then for me, I was happy that I was able to watch you have that experience.
Yeah, it was an experience. Like it was kind of like one of them show up, you know, like, you know, put up a shut up type of situation. I didn't know I was being judged like I was gonna be judged because when they engaged, it was kind of like, okay, you your nephew.
And
So.
if they wouldn't like you, they would have let you know.
Exactly, that's what I peeped quick. It was kind of like, okay, you Joe nephew. What's up?
Well, they call me Blaze, but
Yeah, Blaze. Yeah. My fault. Well, you Blaze nephew. So what's up? That's the energy they gave me. So I'm like, well, hold on. What the fuck you mean? Like,
That's the one thing. I wasn't there, so I didn't get.
yeah,
to
this is
experience
before
Yeah.
I met
But
Jay.
that's one thing about our community. If we don't like you, you'll know we don't like you.
yeah,
But
bro.
if we vibing with you, you'll know because it's gonna show.
And
Exactly.
they definitely wasn't vibing with you because of me, because they was like up there, standing up there like
They was like really
into it.
engaged, and that's the crazy thing. And then it's like also, I got so comfortable with it. It's about the third song. I even came down off the stage and got on the dance floor. Remember?
Oh yeah, I do remember.
And I started freestyling, like live freestyling off a beat. And then that kind of like went over, and then but it was just crazy. So
The messed up part is nobody thought about recording this,
we don't have no footage of this.
and this is before everybody had a camera on their phone, and maybe some people had a camera on their phone back then. But I don't even know if camera phones was a thing back then.
It was like flip phone still.
Yeah.
But no cap, it was a good performance. And one thing about their crowd, if they didn't, because at first it was just like, you
Checking, they had to fill you
know,
out.
the little eyebrow like.
Not the eyebrow.
But then after the first song, the eyes went like, it's like, got to the second song, and it's like, then the third song, I just came in the crowd and then just, hey, so it was like, all right, bet. So that kind of let me know, right, like real talk, as an artist, if I can do that in front of that crowd, that's another like kind of like a milestone that I didn't even know it was gonna be a milestone, but it was just like a add-on to let me know, like, okay, yeah, this is what you really meant to do.
Confirmation.
Another confirmation, because if you can pull off their crowd with it, you got it. And that night was a confirmation for me. And I was just trying to honor you.
And I like the fact that you were so comfortable, because not everybody could come into that setting and be comfortable and not be like, I don't know.
Well, another thing too, this my uncle. When he get mad, he get crazy. He always protected me. So if I come to him and be like, hey, yo, bro, because when I got old enough to protect myself, cool. But like being younger and being around you, all I had to do was like, hey, Joe, man, da 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 da, and then it's like, it's gonna go up.
That's true.
That's another thing too. So it was a territory that you already had, preset before I could even come around you.
That makes sense.
Like, say for instance, you couldn't touch you couldn't take nothing from you. You couldn't touch your stuff. You couldn't be shysty. It's already certain boundaries you had already set. They'll probably get beat up for. So now this is.
Oh my God, you're making me sound so bad.
No, I'm just being. And then it's like, I'm his nephew. You already know what territory come with that.
I mean, it's true.
So you just knew what line out to cross. So it was all good.
So I have kind of like a side question.
What's up?
So, do you? And this is just your opinion. I want your opinion. Do you think with your peers, your musical peers, your rap peers, and everybody in the industry, do you think that any of the people that you're around now, at this point in your career, would have been able to do that? As far as like performing at a gay club,
That's a good question.
Fully packed with gay people.
When I say fully packed, it was like wall to wall
put on the
packed.
spot. Do you think anybody that you know or any of your rap peers right now, whether you know them or not, would have been able to do that comfortably?
I don't know, and it all depends on their situation. Because at the end of the day, it all goes back to the relationship I had with him.
Right.
Because if we didn't know each other, I wouldn't have been there.
Right.
I was there to help him, honor him. Like I was setting up, putting stuff. Like I helped him in every way that I could. Got up there and helped DJ. He taught me right quick. He taught me right quick how to change the song over and lay over the song, choose the song from this side. Like, and we're fast thinkers and quick learners. So I learned right quick. I was helping them in every category. So it wasn't just a performance. Right. So it's just like, it goes back to my relationship with him and tied to him at the time and the respect I have for him. Because, if we didn't know each other, like, I wouldn't know about it.
Right. True. That's true. That's a good point.
Yeah. So if someone is in the same position I am, and if they have an uncle or auntie or a cousin or a brother or sister that's out there trying to do something and be who they're trying to be, just love them unconditionally and support them however you could, and then in return you can get your confirmation. Because I performed that night and it showed me if I can maintain that crowd, I keep it in my mind. If I can do that, I can conquer any crowd out here.
I like that.
So it works all together in one. It's all about perspective and mentality. How you look at things.
So let's switch it up a little bit because you are a rapper.
Yes, sir.
And I actually want the people to see your skills because, I think your skills are amazing.
I appreciate that.
I can help you get it out there in any sort of way.
Got you.
I want to do that. So I want you to show your skills, but I don't want you to just rap. I want us to give you some words to use in your rap, and you do a freestyle. So there's no beat because we don't want to get flagged.
All right.
And we're going to give you 3 words. So I wrote down 1 word.
Okay, what is it?
Just because, the channel. So I put down homophobia as 1 word.
Okay.
And then now Jay and I both are going to think of 1 more word. So think of any random word. Doesn't relate to anything else. It needs to be something different. And then we're going to give him these 3 words, and we're going to do a timer for a minute, and he's going to freestyle.
Okay.
Okay.
So my word would be success.
Okay.
Okay. And my word will be glasses. I'm just looking at your glasses right now.
No.
Yeah. It's something that doesn't really relate to it.
Some random. Okay.
So we have homophobia,
Success.
So homophobia, success, and glasses. Those are your 3 words.
Okay.
Can you create a 1-minute timer, a countdown?
Okay.
So we can hear the buzzer go off.
And I'm gonna put other words too, but those 3, I gotta make sure when I hit those 3, make sure somebody put their hand up. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't let me down. I'm not worried though.
Right. Oh, that's one.
Let me know when you're ready.
Ooh, you freestyling for an hour?
You said 1 minute, right?
Yeah, 1 minute.
All right, 1 minute starting now.
Yeah, like AI, what is practice? I see the world through a better lens and different glasses. I'm trying to make it, man, these people sick like molasses. But everything that I'm giving, don't think that they can last it. I'm everlasting, burn them right through the plastic. Evolution, they can't understand me cause I'm nasty. And I can slow my shit down and I can get so raspy. But I can speed it up cause I am a first classman. Everybody talking about it, but I ain't knowing you. If that's a family, man, fuck that homophobia. You gotta fuck with everybody just for who they are. You gotta keep it real with yourself and just play your part. But everybody out here really talking about a start, but you can never finish it. Cause why? Cause you ain't got no heart. Listen, every talking about success, but now she don't want success. She only focus on she can fuck next. But now that's a subject. I'm about to change it. Now get back on a different subject to the whole different context. Niggas out here talking about the matrix. You should face it. But I'm gonna do what I gotta do, and I'm still blazing so hot like a blazer. Like dang, got the time with the watch on me. No, it's not the same. Get a whole different picture. Pull it from here, left hemisphere in my brain. Whole different brain, whole different stain. Man, these niggas kind of lame. 1 minute at a time, but you cannot do the same. So what I'm about to do is intertwine like Einstein. I killed that. Yeah, she gave it to me like 9 times. Done. What you talking about, bro? One take.
That was good. that was good. I like how you got those words in there.
Come on, man.
That was good.
Hey, how long this been going on?
It's been going on for a long time.
Yeah, man.
At this point, probably like what, 20 years?
20 plus.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
So I'm 34, so I'll say about what, 9 years old?
Okay.
Yeah. So 20 plus, bro.
Yeah.
And see,
that was really good.
That was what I mean when I say you can say a lot of things if you're good with words. If you know words and you're good with words and you a wordsmith, you can say anything is possible. It's like endless possibilities for you to come up with some stuff if you
pretty much, man.
know
like,
how to word words.
Words and read. If people know how to read, well, it ain't about knowing how to read. Reading it to understand.
You know the crazy part is, I had forgot the third word. So I was like, I hope he remembered the words.
I remember.
I heard it.
Success.
No, he said it all he said.
say
And
it.
when he was rapping, I had forgot success. But then when he said it, I was like, oh yeah, that was the third word.
Yeah.
But that was nice.
So when I'm freestyling, if I'm on this line,
You already
my
thinking
brain
of the next one?
my brain already is 6 lines ahead.
Like, do you? Okay, so that's good. This is a good topic. So when you're freestyling, do you think of like context, like okay, this situation, or are you planning out all the lyrics in your head before you get there?
It's kind of all together in one. It's weird. It's like a muscle memory. If my eyes have physically seen it, I can say it fluently. I know how to connect the words. So if I've seen it, experienced it, and then plus my imagination on top of that, I know how to tap into that and pull from there too. So I'm pulling from 3 different places. So my mind is already like, if I'm on this word, or this line, I'm already 6 lines ahead, or 5 lines ahead, or maybe 10.
5 lines ahead in like scenario or actual like lyrics.
What I'm gonna say and what I'm gonna put together. Like my mind works just that fast in that moment to where, okay, you've either experienced this, you've either seen it, or it's in your imagination somewhere. So it all comes together and it strikes that quick. That's why I'm able to freestyle.
So when your next word, like if you know you're finna say cap, you will already in your head you'll be thinking about experiences you had in the past with cap, so you can kind of relate the two.
Yeah,
it'll just easily come out.
Yep, that's one area. But see, I also know that cap rhymes with rap, and my mind already understand. Well, rap is what I'm in. I'm an artist, so I can break that down. Like, okay, cap, rap. And then I can go to, artists or, the dumbest or the smartest. Like, you feel me?
I always find that amazing when people can do that. Like, I've done the poetry before, which you know that, which I haven't done in a minute, so I feel like I've lost my skills. But I can never do it fast enough to rap. Like, I will have to do it slow, which is why I was poetry. But that is really dope.
So next question is, how does it feel being at this point in your career? How does it feel being at this point, and you and the people who you started with, or the people who you began this journey with, either not be here or be at a different place, whether it be lower or higher?
It's kind of like that's a little touchy, because at the same time, life sends people in different directions on all different courses. So it's like you can't make everybody see your vision. And for me, I always use like Jay-Z and Kanye, because how they structured it and how they did it, and it's like, not trying to be like them, but I take like different techniques and different things and I study them, because it's like I always based it off this, and y'all can answer this for me. Like, okay, we're gonna go with Kanye. So Kanye got like Big Sean signed to him, Common, you know, different John Legend.
I didn't know Coming with Sound too.
Yeah, good music.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So answer me this: if Kanye comes out with an album, or Kanye comes out with a project, or Kanye's having an event, or if Kanye comes out with a cover to his album and he posts it, what you think Big Sean, Common, and all the people signed to Kanye, what do you think they're supposed to do?
Post it.
Yeah, that's what I would think.
Right?
Support.
They won't have a
help push
choice,
it.
really.
They wouldn't have a choice.
They won't have a choice.
So I based the same structure off of that, and it's kind of like, even on this level, if I can post that I'm doing something, or I post this, I post it in the most honorable fashion, like, you know, like, you feel me, based off my story and how long it's been, like, I'm doing it my way. But then it's like, it's people that be close, and it's like, you know, you tell them some good news, like you gotta kind of like dim your light a little bit sometimes, like, oh, you tell them some good news, and it's the dry energy, like, oh yeah, like.
So you feel like they're not happy for you?
Yeah.
Or it's like it's not there. So some people you feel like.
Yeah, not all. Some people ain't happy for you, and you can feel it.
Yeah.
And it's like, you probably like, you love them to death, or you might love them, or you might want to see the best for them, but they probably can't even see what you see for them. So in that case, it's like, for me to be where I'm at right now, I'm thankful. You know, I'm honored. I just stayed my course. I went the road less traveled. I always stuck to my vision, no matter who was around me. And a lot of people weird off when it got tough. And I always tell people, you gotta be tough for this. You gotta be built for this, because I ain't stopping.
Right.
And I know how to freestyle. So that's gonna help in a lot of cases. Like, you feel me? This could have been Diddy. This could have been Dr. Dre. Hey, bro, what are you talking about? Like, so
Yeah.
I have a gift. So I always knew in the end, and it's just one thing, it's not being arrogant, I just always knew God was gonna take care of me through my gifts. So if I'm confident in myself and I'm confident with who I am, I ain't got time to dim your light. If there's something I can kick to you or help you with, I'm gonna kick it. Something I can kick to you and help you with, I'm gonna kick it. But dang, people will get the sauce and run off.
Yeah.
And forget who gave it to them. I feel some way about that passionately, because I ain't have to give you that. I feel like I gave it to you, I'm doing God's work.
And I don't think that's being arrogant or in any way. I think that's just being, I think that's being, first of all, I think that's being solid as a friend and as a person. That's like solid. That's like something that you should do as a human being. You should want to help somebody. So
Exactly.
if you got the tool or the knowledge or the gift or anything that can help somebody excel in whatever it is that they're doing,
Why not give it to
why
them?
not do it?
So at this point, it's like, I've been kicking a lot of stuff for a long time, trying to, because I just always saw a bigger picture, and I've been talking to people for years and years and years, and people ain't listening. I came up with plans for people, involving me, of course, because, you know, just different things. When people ain't listen, people ain't follow through, and life has run its course. And now, I guarantee you right now, this is very, very, very moment, the thing that they ran away from you for, like, they need it now, but the access is denied.
Yeah.
And I ain't playing on it. I'm standing on that. Like, no, like, y'all don't know how long it took. Y'all don't know, a lot of sleepless nights, crying, praying. I'm connected to the art and the passion with this shit. I ain't looking for no quick buck, excuse my language.
You're
I
fine.
ain't looking for no quick buck. I've been doing this for a while. So even with everything, it ain't an arrogance or nothing. This is who I am, and it took a while to get here as a man. And another thing I want to say right quick before we go to the next question is, like, if you my brother, you know, it's all about like unification, you know what I'm saying? Like, one man can't do it by himself.
Right.
So before I go out there and try to grab a stranger, I'm gonna go grab who I think my brothers is, my dogs.
Right.
So at the end of the day, it's like, if you can't build off of that itself, it's just like, you know, like, if we can't make money together as brothers, like I don't want to hang around single men. I have a fiance. I stand on my morals. I stand on my values. I'm faithful.
I just want to pause right there. I actually love the fact that you brought her up, because a lot of people, when they're getting into this industry, they want to be single.
No, not even.
And I love the fact that you're saying that I have a fiance, and you know, you're not trying to. I love that.
It ain't in the hot. I have a fiance. We done been through some things. We got there. So if, you know, me and my fiance, like I'm not friendly because I gotta protect myself, but for the most part, once the guard come down and like we chilling, I like one of those environments. Like, hey, if you my brother, it could be all four of y'all. My fiance with me. So your fiance with you, your fiance, you know, boom. So now we all around each other. We don't have to look at each other. Women,
Right.
ain't no envy, ain't no side looking, no nothing. Like it's an understanding. Those are the type of friendships that I want. I don't want to be around nobody that when I get up and walk to the kitchen, you know, you looking at my fiance and type stuff. Like, you know, that's just not what I want. And I'm trying to build a tribe, like build a foundation, like to where men can respect each other. Like it don't matter what you do, what you believe in. Like at the end of the day, just be righteous and be equal. It's all about equality. And like, you know, if we can't make money together, you know, I got kids, you know, you got kids, like, why not?
Everybody gotta eat.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Take care of your kids, take care of your family. I take care of mine, and you know, through business and through financial literacy. And then at the end of the day, when it's time to relax, then we come together and relax as families, build a tribe.
Yeah. I think situation like that is kind of like a double-edged sword, or maybe a gift and a curse.
It is the black sheep type thing.
Because while it's a gift, you were able to do this. It's a gift because you get to know who is really
There for you.
Yep.
like who's really gonna hit the ground with you, and it's a curse because at the end of the day, you losing friends.
But maybe they weren't friends to start with.
That's why it's a gift and a curse.
Yeah.
Even family. So it's just like this whole process is just like, yeah, man.
So I will say one thing. We was talking about that. It kind of gave me a thought. And I know you say a lot, like you want to make it because you want to take care of everybody.
See, I was gonna go there. I was gonna go there before you said it.
Yeah,
so
you want to take care of your.
you want me to let you say it or I say it?
I mean, you can say it.
Okay, well,
You
no,
say it.
this is the update because when I said that to you, that had to be like, what, almost a year ago?
I don't feel like it was a year.
Or
I feel like it was
it was-
months ago.
Like, what, 8, 9?
I don't know. I feel like it was recently.
No, I'm talking about we've been on the phone different times and I mentioned it to you. I'm talking about the very first time
Oh, the
I
very
said it
first
to you.
time. Oh,
And you told me that you was like, you know, make sure you look out for yourself thing. That was like almost a year ago. The first time I said something to you
Okay.
about it. And from then to now, you ain't gotta worry about it because it's like God done did what he need to do for me. He don't work on me. He don't reveal what he need to reveal. And it's like, who gonna be there, who ain't. And it's a lot of people that we put on pedestals that don't deserve to be there.
Yeah. So my advice to him, and I love family.
Yep.
But my advice to him is like you can't take care of everybody, and you know, if it's your money, do it because you want to, not because you feel like you have to, and not because somebody tell you to do it. Like do it if you want to. And
Yeah.
I've told him multiple times that I don't want anything from you.
Yep.
I just want to see you succeed.
Yep.
That's all
Plenty
I want. I don't
times.
need any money from you. I would never ask, and if I did ask, it'd be because I really need it.
Exactly.
But I wouldn't just ask you just to ask, and I would do everything in my power to not ask.
Gotcha.
Because I wouldn't even want you to give me anything because I just want you to succeed and use
Yeah.
your money the way you need to use your money.
That's
Take
real.
care of your family, take care of your kids. You know, do what you got to do. So
Yeah, so yeah, I understand now. A couple of, you know, we ain't gonna say a couple of, it's just always been, I felt like it was my obligation. Trying to stand on what I've been raised, you know, on, and, you know, the foundation of family, and just trying to, like, you know, empower family that, you know, even with some family may have some messed up ways, but okay, we can still fix it, and maybe, you know, no man, no woman left behind, that type thing. Well, now my whole mentality has shifted and changed, and it's like, it's not my obligation. It won't be my obligation, and at the end of the day, I gotta take care of my family that I've created.
That's the only thing or people you're obligated to take care of is you and your family.
Yep.
Everybody else is like a bonus.
and that's only if you want to do
And that's
it.
only if you want to.
Expectations.
That's only if
You
you
expect
want
something from them, and you expect something from somebody, and they don't give it to you. You're disappointed. So no more.
to. Well, I am gonna ask for something. I'm just gonna ask for 2 tickets to the Grammys. That's all I want. That's all I want.
Yeah, you want to be Fantasia.
And then, I can do it on my own. Just give me the tickets to the fair.
You're welcome.
I'll walk up to her on my own. Yeah.
I'll get
She
you.
gonna see me and she gonna want to speak to me anyway. It's gonna be extra.
I'll get y'all some tickets to the Grammys, even if I don't attend. Cause y'all been messing over my favorite artist, Lil Wayne. And I don't like that. I've been messing him over now, and I don't like that. So you know, but
But
yeah,
Lil Wayne performed though. Did he perform?
yeah,
at
he
the
finally
Grammys?
performed recently. So you know, that's my man, Wayne, Weezy. Let's do it.
So speaking of family, we already brought this up that you're engaged. So you recently got engaged. What does your fiance mean to you?
It's only right, only right. Got some niggas on my side, we know for getting it in. Damn shame you in the game and you ain't go for the win. For the other side, that's how I feel, I'ma ride to the end. Damn shame, cause you crossed me before, won't cross me again. Got some niggas on my side, we know for getting it in. Damn shame you in the game and you ain't go for the win. For the other side, that's how I feel, I'ma ride to the end. Damn shame, cause you crossed me before, won't cross me again. Whoa. Fucking lame, fucking name. Middle finger to the whole game. I don't even want half of the pie, my nigga, I came for the whole thing. I'm 38 high like I'm propane. No, my cat like Kurt, no Cobain. I was out there in the trenches in Carolina, nigga catching the most thing. This shit ain't a game, cause I did my dirt on my own. I left the nest and I made it back home. That's the type of shit that gon' make you strong. Rap at the game like a chicken fajita. Say you got beef, I got steaks for the pita. Bitches be bugging just like some mosquitoes. These niggas be faking that hate for no reason. Had to be patient and wait for my season. My nigga, I do what I wanna. It's fuck the corona. It's about to be a drop for the summer. You niggas can't even come out for the summer. Cause I was raised by the lake. Where you real or you fake? Better known as the K. Helicopters, they be flying. Got niggas dying every day. Yeah, bitch, you know how I'm poppin' shit. I'm only dropping the hottest shit.